My name is Kasina. I'm a student in University of Technology in India. I'm here to present a research paper on assessment of social sustainability of settlement layers described in Vaastu Shastra using space syntax. This research is conducted under the guidance of Dr. Aulokita Agarwal, Associate Professor at the Department of Architecture and Planning, University of Technology, India. India is the world's second largest urban system with almost 11% of global urban population residing in Indian cities. In absolute terms, India's urban population outnumbers that of other highly urbanized countries regions worldwide. With a projected urban population of over 8,000 million by 2050, urban India will be equally or more populated than rural India for the first time. This will engender immense opportunities and significant challenges in sustaining economic growth and a decent standard of living for most of India's population. Cities play a decisive role in achieving India's commitments to global agendas. The new urban agenda includes spatial sustainability as a fourth dimension that builds on three principles: leave no one behind, which is social sustainability, ensure sustainable and inclusive urban economies, economic sustainability, and ensure environmental sustainability. The achievement of India's growth goals, sustainable development, and mitigation of adverse urbanization related challenges will all depend upon strategic spatial planning. It is observed that master plans are crucial for managing urbanization. About half of our statutory towns presently are expanding without any master plan to guide the growth and infrastructural investments. If we trace back the settlement planning principles of ancient India, we realize that it has a vivid and rich history of planning human settlements. The origin of urban planning in India can be traced back to Bronze Age. The industrial civilization is known for its advanced town planning, especially in Harappa, Mohenjo-daro. Excavations have revealed the existence of efficient water supply systems, rainwater harvesting and sewage systems, and gridiron pattern of streets. Ancient Indian treatises like Manasara Shilpashastra and Kautilya Shastra, among various others, mention the principles of town planning. This research aims to investigate the principles of Vaastu Shastra in settlement planning by analyzing through spatial accessibility studies with the goal of promoting spatial sustainability dimensions. Traditional urban planning versus present-day urban planning. Present urban planning has typically focused on physical planning and design, producing master plans and blueprints. It emphasizes the end state of land use and spatial organization. In contrast, Vaastu Shastra prescribes a systematic layered process to achieve an ideal settlement based on specific locations, functions, and sizes. We'll discuss one of the important aspects of this layered approach. Before that, we should understand the humanized scale that we use for this particular approach that was taken. The important measurement that we need to keep in mind for further to understand is 1 danda of the Nukkara Hasta. This particular is taken as 6 feet for our convenience of present-day measurement scale. The concept of Padavanyasa. Vaastu Shastra divides the site into grid of specific ratios called Padavanyasa. Streets are then laid according to the lines of division, zoning, the distribution of amenities, functions within settlements such as residential areas, markets, industries are determined based on the Padavanyasa. The division of the site into quadrangular plots known as padas varies in size and number according to settlement requirements. Prescribed street patterns, Vaastu Shastras provide various detailed descriptions of various street patterns based on location and purpose of settlement. Examples include Dandaka, Sarvatpatra, Anjavarta, Padmaka, Swastika, Karmaka, Prastara, Chaturmukha, like you see. Each of these types has unique street layouts. Variations exist based on their settlement type and size. The ancient texts also specify various width of different streets ranging from primary roads to connecting roads. To understand the various basic scale of it, we can see that the variations of the basic module of it, the least module of it, this is the variations where Vandaka, Karmaka, Chaturmukha, Sarvapura kind of becomes the smallest possible settlement layout. And Prastara, Swastika, Padmaka, and Anavata kind of becomes the very huge city level layouts with higher population densities. There is one more important system of growth planning that we have to understand that very important of them is two approaches have been mentioned in Vaastu Shastra. One is three-tier array system, which majorly will be discussing further, and eightfold division cycle. So in summary, Vaastu Shastras offer a structured approach to urban planning that involves site division, street planning based on Padavanyasa, and prescription of specific street patterns and width depending on settlement types and sizes. These principles highlight the importance of careful spatial organization and functional zoning in creating an ideal setting. As discussed further, the new urban agenda includes spatial sustainability as a fourth dimension that builds on the principles of economic sustainability, social sustainability, and environmental sustainability. Spatial sustainability as a concept suggests that spatial conditions of any city can enhance its power to generate social, economic, and environmental value and well-being. This can be achieved by guiding the physical form of an urban environment to create equitable access to jobs, housing, social interactions, and enable agglomeration economy, encourage sustainable relationships with ecosystems and natural habitat. The physical form of the city, which results from intentional planning and development, is critical to urban social, economic, and environmental well-being. Bill Hillier's space intact method and theory enables us to describe the physical properties of a sustainable city. Empirical testings of space intact method over time has confirmed the capacity and innovativeness of analyzing spatial relationships to understand and explain socio-spatial organization of built environments. Hillier summarized the importance of spatial layouts as follows: how the urban system is put together spatially is the source of everything else. Therefore, the arrangement of buildings and how the street network is set up play a role in social relationships and further social economic activities. This is what we continue to compare with respect to the Vaastu Shastra's ideal settlement layouts. This is the basic process of how we start in two stages of representation of space and spatial accessibility analysis is done through depth map FX tool given by the William. The three important measures that we're going to study in this analyze in this particular layouts is global integration, which kind of is the accessibility of it, intelligibility. It represents the ease of comprehending the complete spatial structure of a system from a local position. The synergy kind of represents the difference between a single core system or a multi-core network system. We have identified the matrix of parameters of settlement layouts of each of these 8 types of layouts with respect to site geometry and variation of sizes, division of ground for mandalas, street planning system, and the street widths, and the various floor planning that is applied to each of these. For convenience, we have selected, we divided the entire group into two parts with respect to sizes. One is a particular 100 tandas for Chaturmukha, Dandaga, Sarvadvara, and Karmika layouts, and 500 tandas for Mandivata, Padmata, Swastika, and Prastara layouts. These two particular groups will be analyzed separately and compared to understand the local integration, intelligibility, and secondary steps. Measures of integration. The Sarvapatra layout has the highest mean global integration of value of 7.610, while the Chaturmukha layouts have the highest maximum global integration value of 14.327. The integration core consists of the most intelligent lines is centered on a central core and other streets crossing at the center. This integration core resembles the ortho-radial grid found in various cities. The core is connected to city's edge through long axial lines along direct axis, allowing direct access. The concentric streets aligned to the ring zoning system are the second most integrated streets in all neighborhoods. Measures of intelligibility and synergy. Sarvapatra layout has high intelligibility value of 0.974, followed by Chaturmukha with 0.967. These layouts exhibit a concentric arrangement of streets around the topological center called Namastan, with a long straight axial streets connecting to center to the periphery. This geometrical pattern leads to a strong correlation between integration and connectivity, resulting in high integration between global and local areas and minimum segregation. All layouts have high synergy values, with Chaturmukha having the highest at 0.91991 and Karmika being lowest at 0.959. Overall, the analysis shows the levels of integration, intelligence, and synergy in different layouts. Sarvapatra and Chaturmukha layouts demonstrate higher integration, intelligibility, and synergy due to their concentric arrangement and robust connectivity between different city areas. A similar results can be observed in the following layouts of each breadth of 500 dandas of the Hasta. The analysis shows high levels of integration, intelligibility, and synergy in different layouts. Nandivartha and Swastika layouts demonstrate higher integration, intelligibility, and synergy due to their concentric arrangement and robust connectivity from different parts of the layouts. Now comes to the conclusion. Let's revert back to the aim of this research. The research paper aims to understand the relevance of Vastu in current urban context by conducting an extensive review of Vaastu Shastra texts and comparing them to global urban design practices through a quantitative urban morphological approach. Importance of adhering to these Vastu guidelines. The research highlights that Vastu Shastra advocates for maintaining connectivity and connectivity among special networks, limiting population densities, promoting accessible infrastructure, and facilitating the development of compact and adaptable frameworks. Adhering to these guidelines can contribute to sustainable settlement planning and design. Lack of implementation and false claim is also available. Despite of potential uh, potential of Vastu, there has been need of earnest effort to develop an urban planning system based on its principles in the contemporary context. Additionally, there are instances where traditional design processes are falsely claimed to be followed. The research emphasizes the importance of focusing on design methodology to adopt traditional principles for modern applications successfully. Space syntax are further this research utilizes the space syntax method to analyze the spatial network and usage of ideal settlement layouts described in Vaastu Shastra. It reveals the interrelation between ancient recommendations and contemporary theories of health sustainability. Analysis also opened up possibilities for further research, including the spatial sustainability aspect of street networks and impact of ground plan divisions on intelligibility and energy values. Overall, the research paper aimed to show the relevance of Vastu principles in a scientific and evidence-based way, recognizing ancient knowledge and its potential contributions to contemporary urban planning and design systems. These are the references and views for this particular research paper. And thank you, NIHT University and ICCUA for considering my research paper and giving me an opportunity to present it. Thank you very much.